Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Victor, and for today's video, as the title suggests, we're going to be doing a deck review. In this particular one, this is going to be for a very traditional tarot deck. A lot of you probably have seen it. It is a very common deck to find all around us, and it kind of intrigued me because it does stick very close into the actual pictures of the Rider-Waite deck, except just a little bit more enhanced. And for this deck, it is the Radiant White Spirit Tarot deck. So without further ado, let's take a look inside. This Radiant White Spirit Tarot deck, on the front cover, you can see that it just comes with a very traditional full card to the Rider-Waite deck. One of the things that I really did enjoy about this is that it has a lot of the pictures from the original tarot deck enhanced, which allows you to see a lot more of the driving colors while still keeping the same traditional card looks. It does come in like a nice box. It is very sturdy as well, and from what I can tell, it is really well made. And just to kind of give it a look on the top, so once we start to open this, we get to see that it does come with like a handy booklet right here. In this particular booklet is going to give you all the different meanings of cards, as well as give you ways on how you can do different spreads, especially contains some of the more traditional ones. You have here the 1-card spread, Celtic Cross, 3-card spreads, and it just gives you a lot of a head start even when trying to decipher and read individual cards for those who are trying to start tarot reading for the first time. And then it also, towards the back, you can see that it also contains it in different languages as well. So for those who buy it, you don't have to be so restricted with the language itself, as it focuses more on the picture of the cards plus the number on the top, so it can be internationally read no matter where you are in the world, or if you want to give it as a gift to somebody who English is not their first language, or for just anybody who wants to enjoy really good pictures. In addition to this, it also contains this cover card, and as well as this promo card to be able to reach out to the person who created this deck on top of it. And then we also do have the cards right here. They do come in this very sturdy box, as I mentioned earlier, and the cards fit in very well in here. So I'm just gonna take out the cards, and let's just kind of start with the back of the cards themselves. So as you can see, it's not just one single picture that it will be very hard to tell if it's upright or reversed, but rather we see that with this particular pattern, it does not matter if the card is upright or reversed. You can still not be able to tell on which side it is facing. I know that's something that's very important if you are the kind of reader or somebody who just wants to dive into doing readings where you read the upright or reverse position. I know this is very, very crucial and important, so that's something you don't have to worry about with this particular deck. It is very friendly towards that. So now that we kind of have this going on, let's just go over the different cards that this deck has to offer, just so you can see the cards themselves and help you make your decision. All right, so this was a little bit of the showcase that I had for this particular tarot deck. So my personal thoughts, now that you've been able to see a lot of the images and going through the introduction, is that this is a very nice deck. The actual deck box is really good. It's very easy to open. It's very easy to store your cards. I know with the tug boxes themselves, I have a little bit of a problem when you try to put in all the cards together and then the few kind of go towards the bottom and just kind of slide off, which I really don't enjoy and can be a little bit tricky. This is not an issue with this because of the way that the box is. One of the things that I do have to say is this has not been the top favorite deck for me to use of all time. I know it's a very traditional looking deck and a lot of the colors are very vibrant, which are huge pluses that this deck does have going for itself. My thing is that I feel like a lot of the times, even though the cards do feel very sturdy and it does have that glossy finish on the back and the front of the cards, for me, I'm gonna get a little bit worried when you look at the top of the cards themselves. When you do any kind of like shuffling or any kind of like slide shuffling as well, I do feel like I have to be a little bit delicate or a little bit more conscious, not just to jam cards through, because I do feel like they're just gonna get torn apart towards the middle, whether you do it from the top or from the side, which I think it's a little bit of a downer personally for me, because even though the card feels sturdy, I still feel like I have to be a little bit delicate in the way that I shuffle these cards. But outside of that, the card material is still very sturdy. It is not something that you really do have to worry about. And at least this is an overall really good deck. It is very affordable as well. And how I mentioned earlier, because a lot of the focus on these cards is so much on the actual pictures, except for the major arcana who do have the actual names of the cards themselves in there. This is pretty much a very friendly deck. You don't have to worry about anyone in the world trying to understand what these cards actually mean if it's in a different language. This is very beginner friendly. If you are more of an old schooler, perhaps the decks that you're already working with might be a little bit better. I definitely do recommend this for anyone who is just trying to pick up the deck, someone who does want more traditional pictures on the cards themselves. This is just the original, but just with enhanced colors within the cards themselves, and the actual sturdiness of the cards do make it a big plus. Just be really careful when you go and shuffle these cards. But yeah, this is just my overall review on this deck. I really hope that you did enjoy watching this kind of content. I like to do a lot of beginner friendly type of content, as well as just review some decks that I do have that you can see on my shelf right back there. If you really do enjoy this content, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. And if there's anything that you do want me to cover or something that I need to bring attention to that you would like to see on a future video, please let me know. And yeah, this is all I have for today. So thank you so much. And until next time, bye.